This.
Doing it, notepad, let it right into it, and then transfer to
I've just quit.
Seth has acquired merge for the digital.
0 viewers.
You don't.
Okay, it's on. So we're just gonna give it a minute or so. I think we've just had a few viewers join in.
Yep, just wait until we at least get to about 50.
Yeah. But morning. We're just
everybody.
waiting for a few more to join. Okay, we've got about 20 stores.
This is 17.
Yeah, so,
17.
yeah, how much?
Just waiting for a few more people to arrive, guys. Got 17 views on at the moment, so I think we'd like to.
Because someone clicked the iPad thing at the back. Who's got the? The laptop.
Grab it.
You copy me?
You need your copy.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think I might need to grow one actually.
No,
just to
I'm not sure how to look at you, man.
Only cool people have beards.
Yeah, Tony looked great with a beard as well.
Like it.
Seth inspired me.
Not really. You in for one as well?
Beard, yeah?
Shaved it off today.
Anyway, we might go for the beards next month. Let's go uniform beards. Yeah.
Turtlenecks.
For everyone,
Buy you, Becky.
for everyone that does one, there's £5 towards charity.
Oh,
For a beard.
I can't really.
a good idea.
But
I'll
do
do
you
my
are
best.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
I might have like a moustache, maybe a curly one.
Okay, we're just going to give it another 30 seconds.
We'll
We've got about 25 stores on.
By the way, give us a bit of feedback if you think the timing of this being 9:30 is not maybe conducive to getting as many people on as possible. I know we record it, I know we send it out, but if it means we do it at 8:30 or whenever, then give us a feedback on the question filters, and we can work with that.
Okay, so that's what, 30?
There you are.
We put messages out and stuff. Yeah.
Right, feel like we've got to go.
We should start,
We've got to
yeah.
go, mate.
Okay, morning everyone. Morning to everyone in the room as well. We've got all the AMs today from LNI and Lee as well. Thanks for helping out. So it's really exciting. It's our second LNI Live this morning, so really looking forward to it. We've kind of taken lots of feedback from the teams as well across all areas to really kind of reevaluate the agenda, make it suited to what the audience wants and what you guys want to hear as well. We've got lots more AMs involved today in the updates as well, so hopefully I'll host and ask you some questions, guys. But yeah, really exciting. The one thing I'll encourage everyone today to do is just to ask questions live as well. It'll be fantastic for you guys to engage with us as well. Get those questions on YouTube live. I'll get the questions across to the guys and answer them live as well. If there are any questions that we don't answer live today, we'll take away and come back to you with as well in reasonable time. So yeah, so we're ready to go.
Is it worth going through the agenda just so people know?
Absolutely, absolutely. So the topics for today, guys, we've got some key topics, key business topics. So the first one is voice of the customer. Seth is going to take us through that. Really exciting initiative. You probably have heard of it, but Seth will take us in depth about it. The next one is about that digital shift, our digital shift for this year. Tony from Area 19 is going to take us through that as well, and kind of how that affects our customer journey as well throughout the year. So really looking forward to that. The third point on our agenda is about multi-branding and sub-branding. So Matt here will take us through multi-branding from a business perspective. Again, really excited and what it means for us. Then we're going to go over to Becky to talk about best loved brand for our people and customers. So again, that's part of the agenda today. And finally, we're going to come back to the big man, Matt, here to talk about Q1 performance, what we're proud of, and a bit of Q2 priorities, really. I think that'd be nice to hear as well from Matt this morning. But that's our agenda today. And let's go over to Seth to kick us off. So, Seth, voice of the customer. Hello. How are you doing today, Seth?
Very good. Very good. How are you?
Very good, mate. Very good. Loving the beard, me and you today.
Yeah, big
Matt,
fits.
So to kick us off, Seth, we're innovating the way we listen to our customers through a new initiative, and that's the voice of the customer. So currently being trialed, I hear, Tell us a bit more about it.
Yeah, so LNI, we're trialing 6 stores with voice of the customer. So across the estate, we're doing trialing 17 stores with a new system. So, and I sort of wrote down a couple of bits. You can see I've moved to the digital shift really well, by the way, guys. But we're using a new system that's called Medallia, which is currently being trialed with these chosen stores. Some of you will be on today. And there's a few changes that we've made around it. So we've put the really important question that we really want insight from is the NPS question. So we put that at the beginning of the series of text messages that customers get. We've also got, and you'll all be really happy about this, should we go, and I'm sure we will, to the full live product, 10 out of 10 as opposed to 9. So from clarity with customers and things for scoring is really good. And we've also got the option, which is a massive part of the voice of the customer, which is the callback from customers. So customers can request a callback from the store, and the store manager or assistant manager within 24 hours has to call the customer to talk through anything. Really positive one, just on that, is all our customers have asked for callbacks to praise how good we are. So if we talk about positive reinforcement, it's a really, really good thing to do. For me, the way I work on voice of the customer is you get to hear the great. So when you make these callbacks to customers, you get to hear the great, but you also have an opportunity to right the wrongs. So if there's anything that's happened or any service issues, we can now directly call customers and talk them through that and help them through that journey. Because I think it's we deliver, and thank you all, by the way, for the NPS results at the moment. But we deliver great service. But actually, I think the goal is to be epic about what we do.
Absolutely.
And this will really help. So, and another positive is we are at 86% NPS in those trial stores.
Wow.
So we're
using the
already
new system,
crushing.
86% NPS.
We're doing really, really well. And feedback from the trial stores specifically, I've took some from my stores that are doing the trial. They love it. It's simple. They love the fact that they get the customers praising them for the hard work. It's a feel-good factor. It doesn't take much time, and I'm really excited to hopefully we go live across the estate. I think it's fantastic. So
just to add in, I think it's a really biggest initiative we do this year in terms of gathering insight and doing something with it in inner loops and outer loops. I guess I talked about the last time we were on here as well. But we want to make sure that actually from a capacity perspective, you're kind of saying, will stores have that capacity to be able to call customers back? You know, if 20 ask for a call back, will we be able to do it? Well, the reason for the trial is actually to help the guys understand from our perspective, can we fit it in? How many is that? Should we set it as an expectation? Is it 1 or is it 2? I don't think it's more than 2 a day. But any of those people that ask for a call back that we don't then call back from the store, go into our central teams, and actually they outbound call those customers. So everybody who requests it will at some point within that period of time get a call back, which is great. So,
and I think as well, some of the stats. So off the back of it, the first week of trial was last week. We had 156 responses, and 56 would ask for a call back. So you're talking probably a third, but I think if we want to be the best loved brand, this is what we've got to do. And I remember being a store manager and saying, I wish I could just call that customer. And now we have that autonomy. So it's a huge product, and I'm majorly excited.
And that was actually, first of all, thank you very much. That's a really in-depth kind of clarity around what we're doing. And I really had a really small question here: is how would this help us become best loved brand? And I know you touched on it, but in kind of your summary, this voice of the customer, how would it help us become best loved brand?
I think the key culture is that we need to be known as a brand that cares, and we, for whatever reason, we can't always please every single scenario or situation for whatever reason through their path of buying a phone. If you've got a brand that wants to know and understand how they can rectify stuff or help customers, that for me is a huge part of the brand. And I think if we are actively calling customers, we can put service queries through the contact team. It's another level of service that I don't think as an industry anyone else, well, no one else does this. Brilliant. The way we're doing it. So
great stuff. Thank you very much. That's fantastic.
I just want to have one more point.
Of course,
sorry, Mark. I'll probably add up a few points today. I can't sit silent, unfortunately. But I think this one is, if we're thinking about the customer journeys as we go through this year, and we're thinking about customer day one, the new systems.
Yeah.
I think it's about the journeys in which the customer take with us that's so critical. And actually the insight that the trial stores are going to give us, and then we go live once the Rebus's, the new systems are in play for every store, we'll be in a place where we're actually behind the scenes making sure those journeys do work for what customers need, and actually fixing some of the issues that we've currently got in our pipeline. So that's a really good.
Great stuff. Thank you very much, Seth. While Tony is setting up, I've got a question coming from you guys. I'm going to open the question up while Tony's setting up. So the question you guys are asking is, LNI Free the Fun tour, is this going to happen? I open it up to you guys, really. LNI Free the Fun tour, is this going to happen? Oops, I think we've lost.
Bear with us a second. We've lost the
impact.
Oh, we're back on. Apologies for that. We're on Lee's MacBook. We're on Lee's MacBook, and someone called, so the call came to the MacBook. Amazing digital technology here. So yeah, LNI Free the Fun tour. Is it going to happen?
So the answer is simply yes. We obviously launched a purpose yesterday. We've got Karim that's going to talk a little bit about that at the end of this session. But free the fun in terms of what we want to do. And do you know what? It's a state of mind. And actually, it's about what we internally rather than externally talk about. And the journeys that we go on as a team to make sure we have a bit more fun in our life.
Absolutely.
Get back to being what 3 was really known for in the marketplace and why people joined us in the first place. So you're absolutely right. Don't know when, by the way, but maybe we can come back the next time for sure and make sure that we've got a week planned that we're going to go and have some fun.
Thank you very much. Okay, Tony. So, Tony, you're taking us through the second point here, digital shift and how we'll change customer journeys with Rebus specifically. I guess to really kind of re-emphasize with the guys, Matt on the first session, LNI Live, Matt touched on this a bit more about Rebus and new systems. What are your thoughts?
So it's been really exciting actually. Last few days I've been talking to the Rebus team about some of the things that are going to be going on this year, and Matt obviously touched on them previously. And some of you guys out there would have heard about how you're going to live the dream with the new computer systems that should be coming with us later on in the year. And I think what we'll see is we'll see an implementation of a system that's going to really support our customer journey. But not only that, it's going to support you, the internal customer, as well in your journey in store and make things a lot easier. And there's loads of stuff coming.
Okay, and so it's going to kind of impact the customer journey. Is there a bit more specific how we would impact the customer journey positively, to help us become best loved brand?
So there's a few things that are going to happen. One, namely, is probably transaction time in terms of the time that's spent in store with our customers. Currently, our average transaction time is around 15 minutes with a customer on a good day. With the new systems in place, hopefully we're looking to reduce that to less than 3 minutes, awesome. Which will absolutely give us that more time to encourage our customers to discover with discovery and bring it to life for them in store. We'll be able to help customers transact better. So when I talk about transact better, I mean, when we talk about the Retail Live last week, when they spoke around encouraging customers around making sure they've got the right tariff and that we're really improving their experience in that way, and then you'll see impacting across our AMPU in terms of our average margin. So there'll be systems will allow customers to do that and interact in store a lot easier. We've invested over £100 million, which is a huge investment in this change. And some of the benefits you're going to see from that are, I'm going to take one hot topic, systems in terms of reliability. We currently go through 300, we went through 300 systems to get things done. We've reduced that to just over 100. So removing those barriers, so when something does go wrong, we can fix it quicker and actually prevent it from going wrong in the first place, therefore not impacting the guys in store and their experience, and obviously our external customers as well. But it will also allow us to be a lot more flexible in the marketplace. So we'll be able to do things quicker and more agile. At the moment, you might not know if we want to change a proposition, we have to go through a process, which can take a couple of weeks. With new systems, we'll be able to instantly react with our customers.
Well, that's absolutely excellent news, and I really can't wait for what's coming. I guess the final question for me, just around what you're talking about, is why is digital so important? Why is, we're talking about digital shift, we're moving into Rebus and new systems. Why is digital such an important factor of what we do?
I think if you look around just in the retail environment anywhere, I was walking through King's Cross earlier and I saw a massive EasyJet advertisement on the walls just around how they've digitized their journey to help people going through the airports. We've had to go through the same thing too, with digital playing a significant part in how we deal with our customers and how we support them on their journey. If you think about all the things we have in place right now, My3, One2, and how they play a massive part in terms of our customer's journey and then the cost savings that sit behind that, we do know that a digital solution is often used for a high cost problem to lower the cost. So there are lots of different benefits for our customers and for us from a financial perspective as well as from an experience perspective.
Superb, excellent, brilliant. Well, thanks for the update, Tony. This is again very detailed, very informative. Thank you very much for your time.
And just one last thing,
absolutely.
We will be living the dream when it arrives.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Living the dream. Living the dream. All right.
We got that in 3 times, is it?
Living the dream. Living the dream. Living the dream.
You've heard that. You've heard that from Mr. Lee.
I'm now going to leave because I'm living the dream.
Thank you very much, Tony. So we bring you back to Matt here. Matt is the third point of the agenda is around multi-branding and where we're going. You know, why is it important? What is it?
So. Let me take you through what multi brands we have within our portfolio now, because actually some people might have seen it yesterday as part of our purpose cascade. So when we think about our brands, we've got obviously the 3, the Hutch brand. We've got Smarty, which is going to be online only. It's a bit like our equivalent to giffgaff. And therefore we know it's a different type of customer. We know that actually in that field, actually it's SIM only. It's not with handset. So there's a completely different brand underneath our network as an MVNO almost. ID, for example, Parkland Warehouse, they use our network as an MVNO and therefore help from a customer base on our network. We've also got One2, which is a sub-brand for us, which is enabling our customers to have loyalty with us and enabling our customers to feel like they're valued in the way that they move forward. And the last one is Relish, actually, UK Broadband, which we acquired, I think, about 18 months ago now. And the reason why we did that was obviously we were going through the potential merger with O2. That fell through, didn't go through the Mergers Commission. We then needed to establish what we did moving forward. And actually, to be able to give us the spectrum that we need to move forward, the acquisition of Relish was the right platform and gives us that spectrum to be able to move forward. What it also helps us do is getting to the place where 5G is the next platform that we'll be using moving forward. And actually, UK Broadband Relish will actually enable us to be able to do that, which is really positive. And so they're the brands. So why? I mean, why have we got this? That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, how does it, does it help with our growth strategy, for example?
Yes, of course. So the reason why, I think is very simple, actually. We're talking about our company plan, which is around best our brand by our people and our customer. Underneath that sits the fact that we need to deliver 20 million customers, and actually by 2021, and actually we need to deliver 1 billion EBIT as well. So when you think about having those sub-brands in play, what it enables you to do is target a segment, make sure that we get the revenues that drive into it. And like One2, for example, any partnerships that are generated through One2, like Bella Italia or Costa Coffee or Domino's, all those partners work with us, actually generate a revenue annually that enables one, our customers to feel great about it, but two, actually as a business, it helps us to shift forward. So from a financial perspective, it really makes sense to have all these brands. From a customer experience perspective, actually to be able to facilitate not only loyalty but equally broadband as well, which we've never had broadband before in that capacity. So thinking about our network and making sure that from a Smarty perspective, we've got something that is a different tier of what we need to achieve our volume numbers as well.
And it is really exciting because we're attracting to complete different segments and different brands as well. So spot on, great, thank you. Thanks very much, Matt, for the update there. Brings us nicely into the next point of the agenda from Becky. So Becky is going to talk us through our people approach to representing 3. I guess the question for you, Becky, we all know our goal, to be best loved brand. What, where are we so far? What have we done?
Yeah, absolutely. So Seth already spoke about the journey we've come on in terms of some of the steps we've taken to become best loved for our customer. And I think without doubt, the system changes later this year are really going to help us in terms of making sure that we understand how that individual interaction can really help help us tell the story, I guess, around where we've come. And just reflecting on this year, I guess you think about how we successfully launched Network Pride. It should give us real confidence when we talk to our customers about what makes us great. And I guess also what differentiates us on the high street, because if you consider some of the brands that you would really want to go and emulate on the high street, there's likely to be a few that come to mind. So whether it's Apple or John Lewis, when you think about what they do, there's probably some core behaviours that we can really think about. How do we bring that to life in everything that we do? So whether that be the individual understanding for a customer or the empathy that we show, there's probably some things that if we take on board and really build into our operating rhythm, we could become one of those best loved brands on the high street, but also to grow our net promoter score. And of course, that's the goal.
Brilliant. Well, great stuff. So thank you very much to the update. I guess now, before we move into the last part of the agenda, I just want to encourage everyone, remember those questions to come through, engage with us. I think at the minute we've got like 1 or 2 questions only, so really looking forward to a few more. I think thank you very much for everyone that presented so far. The final part of the day, not the least one, is the kind of Q1 summary. You know, we're approaching the end of Q1 now. Really exciting. The year has flown by the way. So Matt is going to give us a bit of an update of what are we proud of in Q1, what we achieved.
Okay, so I think we talked about it a bit last time, but I'll kind of allude more to how we've moved forward to in a month since the last conversation, which is we've done a load this year, and there's plenty to be proud of. I think we shifted our customer experience net promoter to being our #1 commitment this year, and should have always been, to be fair. And we've made sure that the investment is the right area of our business. Our team has made sure that there's a level of support to get people to drive the level of experience out there that represents in terms of our net promoter. And you know, I said it last time, but 77% in December NPS, and now we're averaging over 80 across this quarter. Should be something that everybody should be really proud of. You know, we've got some highs and lows, you know, and I think it's about us as a team working together to make sure that overall we can enhance the experience. So customer experience being the biggest one for me. I think from a volume perspective, I think financially, as a region, we equate for about £150 million a year.
Wow.
Okay, so that's critical in terms of the investment that we have to the overall pot, which is about 400 million for retail. So in the first quarter, we're actually, I think John on the retail live actually alluded to it as well, but we're about 15 million off for this quarter as it stands at the moment overall as a business. Okay, and we probably equate for some of that for about 6 million of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, absolutely, it's about being best on the high street. It's making sure that every interaction counts. And actually, I believe that we continue to move forward. And actually, when we demonstrate above average performance,
Mm-hmm.
You know, something we should be proud of in terms of what we're delivering this quarter. Financial return, we're reducing our attrition. We're making sure that actually our people have a better onboarding experience as we started 18 months ago. We're in a world of actually our cost savings are being held to a basic minimum, which is fantastic, which is enabling us to not only maximise that profit, but equally invest in the right areas of our business. So Q1's been, in my opinion, as much as we haven't delivered the volume numbers, you should be proud of the investment of time in the right areas and what we've overall delivered as a team as well.
Super, really exciting. Controlled our costs better,
Absolutely.
Improved our experience. There's so much to be proud of there.
Absolutely. You want to think about looking forward.
Yeah, and I think that's important. You know, it's important to reflect now we're heading to Q2. What are those priorities? You know, key priorities in your mind.
Okay, so I won't do anything different to what the goals are actually, because that keeps it really simple for everybody. So we're talking about transforming retail, and that means that we are getting more stores on board, which enables us to have more customer awareness and create some more volume driven into our business. We are making sure that we've got a store of the future to look forward to. So that's in pipeline at the moment. We've got 2020 who are our partner we're working with to make sure that we get the new fit, and 297 will be the first fit out in that concept, which is great, something to really look forward to. And then we'll subsequently, once that's in play, it'll be a modular based fit, which enables us to kind of roll that out to the rest of the estate over the next 5 years. We're looking at obviously the best place to work for our people, which is super critical, and our ENPS is our measure of that. But I think it's more, if we allude to what the purpose is now, which is about freedom fun.
Yeah.
I think genuinely we've got to be in a place where we smile more, encourage more people to come to work more and enjoy the experience that they've got. Yes, it's sometimes a challenging place to work, but I actually think that makes it more fun for people as well. So, but certainly from an employee engagement perspective, I think that stands out loud and clear. Customer experience, NPS is our measure of success around best up brand, and I think that's critical for ongoing for this year. I want us as a region, as a measure of success, to look at 83%. Yeah, I know there's some areas that deliver an 86+, and that's phenomenal. But across the board, from a region perspective, that's probably about a 2% shift over the next quarter, which would be phenomenal. And then making sure that we deliver on our commercial return. So retain our costs, but equally on the back of that, invest time in building capability of people to deliver the commercial return. So that's as simple as it is.
Superb, excellent. Thank you very much. I guess before we go into the last part, which we've got a bit of an update around Free the Fun, Kareem is gonna give us a bit of a highlight around it. I just want to remind you all of what we've gone through so far. So we've gone through Voice of the Customer from Seth, great updates there. We went through a digital shift and what's coming for the future from Tony. We went through Best Love Brand from Becky as well. And Matt gave us some really good insights about sub-brands and why that is important. So Kareem, Free the Fun, our new purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, a couple of minutes. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know what? I think everybody has heard the news. We are making history one more time, and that's quite important. Free the Fun. We said we will always disturb the market. We will come out with things that people might not think of, or maybe thinking about all day but do nothing about it. We are doing something about it. It's important. When we set up the network, we wanted to not only come up with a promise that it's not going to be just about function, it's going to be about making our customers' life better, fun. When you wake up in the morning, you go with a smile and a laughter, and your day will be filled with happy hormones. We know that. We talk about it. We did well-being before. We absolutely went for it. And I know we are still improving on that. But right now, with launching the new purpose, we are making history, and everybody is on board. That means us, people on the shop floor, people in head office, and so on. And more importantly, our customers when they walk through the door.
Yeah.
So I know you say 2 minutes, so I'm going to try to be quick with that. But yeah, go on.
I can't wait. You know, I think we've got a couple of questions I want to ask also. But I guess I just want to throw in a question there for you. How do you have fun, Kareem? You know,
I'll tell you what. The first thing that I have fun with is I've got, everybody that knows me, I've got 2 kids. When I wake up in the morning, I promised myself 6 months ago, when my well-being wasn't going very well, that before I leave the house, I make sure that I have fun with my kids.
Brilliant.
Whatever happens in my life is irrelevant. Have fun with them and get 2 kisses, 1 from each. Of course, I won't forget about their mum, but they really make my day happy, and I build on that with every interaction.
Brilliant, Sharon. Thank you very.
Can I just drop this quickly, guys? You will all have received the box, a free fun. Please use it. There are some amazing prizes. 50 prizes with £350, and I would love our retail team to win it. You've got up to the 29th. Let's inundate Free the Fun at the Facebook. So I repeat that, Free the Fun, the Facebook, instead of City Staff Matters. We'd love to go there and see so many winners. And I promise you that I'm going to work with the guys to make sure that we will have a tour very, very soon to come out and have more fun with you. But let's bring the laughter to every single customer we see this morning, from the word go.
Absolutely. And then the one other thing we got is, you obviously got the pack yesterday, you got the box arrive, and actually we're going to make sure that you've got some money for some pizzas as well, to have a really good team briefing. We'll get the AM to circulate how much for particular stores, but we want to make sure that you've got a comfortable environment, that you can enjoy some grub on us, and actually on the back of that, live and breathe the feel the Free the Fun as well.
Brilliant. Okay, well, there's final question coming on from you guys, and the final minute of the day as well. So LNI Free the Fun video from the AMs. Guys, you're on the spot here. Yes, no, yes, no, when.
The answer is yes.
Okay.
There's no answer as in no. So
okay, so
if you want it, I guess the bit is, what would you like to see? Actually, that's probably, if you go onto the We Are LNI page and you post up your comments about what you want to see us do, we'll make it happen. The best, we'll actually make it happen. I know everybody's kind of going, oh, no, but this is about freeing the fun, and we need to lead this. So post up that on the We Are LNI, and we can make that happen.
When?
Backstreet Boys.
Okay, cool. Guys, thank you very Thank you very much for dialing in today. Thank you very much to our speakers and presenters. And thank you very much for Lee for capturing the questions. Have a fantastic day and a fantastic week ahead. Thank you very much for joining.
See you all soon, guys.
See you all. Take care.